Okay, so the FA Cup fourth round continues today. The lunchtime kickoff was between Ipswich Town, who was second in the Championship, and Maidstone United, who are fourth in National League South. Now, Maidstone United's history, you have to go back 32 years when they were kicked out of the Football League and the club had to reform. So when I was a kid, Maidstone were a Football League side. They went bankrupt, got kicked out of the Football League, and Maidstone United is the reformed Phoenix club. And what a performance they put in today. A back-to-the-wall defensive job. They've won the game 2-1 with two counter-attack goals. Ipswich made 10 changes for this match. It's come back to bite them. Even so, Ipswich at one point had 90% possession in the first half before half-time. Early on, Ipswich started very, very brightly. They've hit the post twice in the first 8 minutes. And you're thinking, well, they're starting brightly, they are creating chances, the goals will come. Except there's one big problem with that. The Brazilian goalkeeper that Maidstone United have picked up, Lucus Covolon, former under-20 international alongside Edison and Allison in that Brazil setup, he's stood on his head today. He has pulled off a goalkeeping masterclass. Bearing in mind, he's faced nearly 50 attempts on goal. So he's faced a firing squad. But Ipswich, they were rushing their chances. They didn't seem to have a plan B, and the timing of the substitutions disrupted the flow. When they get back in the game early on in the second half to make it 1-1, they're now on top. It looks like they've broken Maidstone's resistance, and then they start making all the substitutions at the wrong time. Completely disrupts the flow of the team. Completely disjoints it, the attack becomes more panicked, and then the second goal comes. But let's break the game down. So, it's all Ipswich for the first 30-35 minutes. Maidstone can't get out of their half. And then, as the half wears on, and Ipswich don't get that opening goal and don't settle themselves, they're still rushing the play, still creating the opportunities, and of course Lucas Covolon is pulling off save after save after save. Bit of luck in there with the bar being hit off a deflection, both posts being hit, double saves, all sorts. They are riding their luck defensively, but as the first half wears on, you can see that Ipswich aren't settling into a pattern and a calm way of playing. They are rushing things. They're trying to, score the perfect goal. They get caught on a counter-attack. Maidstone are hanging in there. Lemar, Reynolds, that finish is brilliant. It's Maidstone's first shot on goal. It's a cheeky little chip over the on-rushing goalkeeper. And that's on 42 minutes, and that's completely against the run of play. And that's the danger when you have all this possession and you don't take advantage of that, you will get caught on the counter-attack. Ipswich are pressing everyone up. They're trying to get that opening goal. And they're done defensively, very high line, ball over the top. Goalkeeper stuck in no man's land. I think could and probably should have come out a bit quicker, maybe made himself a bit bigger before going down. He's caught a bit unawares. It's a brilliant finish, and that's on 42 minutes, and that is half-time. Ipswich are stunned. They go in 1-0 down after having about 85% possession. Yeah. The second half, Ipswich start again on top. You're thinking Maidstone are going to do that smash and grab, and then it's going to be a backs-to-the-wall defensive job from this point on. Sarmiento, what I think was one of Ipswich's better players. He's on loan from Brighton. He played for Ecuador in the last World Cup. Finally, he gets his goal. Now, it is via a slight deflection. It beats Lucas Covolon down to his right. Finally, a deflection doesn't pay off for Maidstone United in a defensive performance. And the ball goes in, and you're thinking now Ipswich are going to steamroll them now. They've got that calming goal. They've got on the score sheet. They're going to now, calmly get into the game, calm themselves down and overwhelm them. Doesn't happen like that. They're still rushing that next pass, that next opportunity. They're doing a lot too many shots from distance. Maidstone are throwing everything defensively in the way. And then the Sam Corne goal comes. Now, this is from Ipswich overplaying from the back. We saw that in last night's Spurs-Man City game. Both sides overplaying from the back, giving away opportunities for the opposition. Ipswich doing exactly the same thing. They don't want to go long. They just want to keep passing out from the back, stick to plan A, which is clearly not working. You want to mix it up. Because defensively, if you're going to stick to the same thing and it's not working, it's easy to read for a defence. Doesn't matter what level you're playing at. If that is going to be your method of playing and the opposition have figured out we can defend this way of playing, sometimes going route one or longer crossfield passes to stretch the defence could be a way to go. They don't want to do that. They overplay. Reynolds, who scores the first goal, sets up Corne, very similar to the first goal. Counter attack, quick, one pass, gone, get the ball out quickly, and again, it's slotted down low to the keeper's right. It's a very, very good finish. And then you can just see on Ipswich, the Ipswich players, their body language changes. Now they're getting desperate. There's the goalmouth scramble in there that's bordering on hilarious, but you can see the commitment from the Maidstone players. Multiple saves from Lucus Covolon. Honestly, I don't know where they found this goalkeeper. He's been playing at various levels across Europe for some time, but he's had an inspired performance today. He's pulled off a string of saves. The goalmouth scramble is hilarious, but also shows, as I say, the commitment of the Maidstone United players to the cause. And Ipswich are just throwing the kitchen sink at it, but you can see the desperation. This is not calm, planned out, thoughtful attack with pace. This is desperation at pace. Just throw the kitchen sink at it. Yeah, when you've got a goalkeeper who's standing on his head and you're refusing to change from plan A to just mix the play up, and the opposition defence is just going to defend their box and force you into rushed crosses or shooting from range, rushing the play, putting good press, good pressure. You've got to mix it up, and Ipswich didn't want to do that until very, very late on. There's 8 minutes of added time, and they're still, very desperate, but it's more panicked at this point, and that's the final result. It's a 2-1. It's a smash and grab. Maidstone United had I think three shots on goal, and two of them were in the back of the net. Whereas Ipswich had, 40, 50 opportunities, something in that range, and scored one goal, which was a deflected goal, and the goalkeeper stood on his head. That is the ultimate, I think, in the FA Cup giant killing. This is the furthest a National League South side has now got, because they're going to be in the fifth round since the National League North and South was brought back in 2004 as Conference North and Conference South at the time. So the first time in 20 years a team from the sixth tier has got to the fifth round. So this cup run for Maidstone United is ridiculous at this point. It's now gathering a momentum on social media. It's gathering momentum with TV coverage. They've earned a lot of money out of this cup run, and it hasn't overly impacted their league form. They want to get back to the National League, and the objective for Maidstone United is ultimately to get back into the Football League, since the original club was expelled in 1992. On the Ipswich Town front, I mean, they're riding high in the Championship. They're second. A bit unsuspecting, and surprising to begin the season when Ipswich were promoted from League One. They weren't expected to be second, but they've had a great season so far. Their run of form going into this game was pretty fantastic. They drew with Championship leaders Leicester, who were the runaway leaders earlier in the week. They're in a good vein of form, but those changes, they changed too many players, too much squad rotation. I can understand some, but too much. 10 players changed for the game. Only one player from the previous match started. I think that was a mistake. I can understand a bit of squad rotation, give some of the squad players a bit more game time, but in a game where if you lose, it's going to be embarrassing and could ultimately impact any promotional playoff push that Ipswich have, because they want to get back to the Premier League. That is clear. Could this derail their promotion hopes for this season? Because it's from second downwards, it's heating up. Leicester don't look like going to be caught, but that second automatic promotion spot, I mean, could this derail their season? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will have some more content for you very, very soon.